So you want money and skill points on Forza Horizon 3, but the question is, how are you going to get them? You get some cash and some points from most races, but it isn't that high. Most of the cash that you get tends to be from some payouts, from good cars that you can sell in the auction house, or just good money payouts in general. But those things aren't predictable. They're not guaranteed. They're more a happy turn of chance. What we want is something more stable that you can keep going back to and earning big money, big points, winning cars, and leveling up like a boss. That is the point of this video, because you can do that on Forza Horizon 3. You don't need to be a tuning master, you don't need to be a painting master, and you don't need to own every car in the game. So, how is it done? Well, let's check it out. Now, first of all, this is only one option. There are possibly other methods that you can use to get cash. For instance, some unicorn cars can sell for ridiculous prices. The Mazda RX-7, Lambo SV, etc. You're looking 4, 5, 6 million credits. But the problem with that is you need to be a top-level tuner and or painter to be allowed to sell them for that much. So what if you're not a top-level tuner or painter? Well, this is the answer for you. It's called Goliath, and it's a particular circuit race on the Horizon 3 map. Now, you unlock this race in the lower right-hand corner of the map, so I would recommend focusing on upgrading that festival location. Now, I can't recall exactly what level the festival or you as a driver need to be at to unlock Goliath, but at whatever point that is, you'll gain access to the race. And as with all of the races in the game, you can use any car to do it because you'll be automatically given a number of options of championships and car classes that you can use to basically turn up in any car in any class, and they'll find someone to race you. Not real people, of course, but AI. Now, from here on out, there is a slight variation that you can use as far as cash, and that is dependent on driving assists, whether or not you have a manual gearbox, if you turn rewind off, the difficulty of the AI, etc. Now, if you spec that up correctly, without necessarily making it ridiculously difficult, you can easily earn between 90 and around 120 grand for that race, even for just one lap using something like, for instance, a Hummer in the S1 class, as I often do. And the race itself is a fairly simple one. It's pretty easy, it's the biggest race in the game, it's around the entire map, but it still only takes around 11 or 12 minutes even in a Hummer. So if you take out a supercar, it'll be done even quicker and you'll potentially get even more points. So, basically the reason why this is a great thing to do is that not only do you get 100 grand in 12 minutes, but you also get, depending on your driving style, a huge amount of points. Now, when I say huge, I mean huge. I, without even breaking a sweat, consistently earn well over 1.5 million skill points for every single time that I run this Goliath lap. And that's not for doing anything particularly special, that's just keeping your skill chain going. I would recommend buying the upgrade that allows you to go up to 6 times on the skill points. But even without that upgrade, you can still easily get up over 1 million points. Now, the advantage of doing that is not only do you get a huge amount of money, but you can easily level up around 6 or 7 driver levels in one race, because it's such a long race with such a huge amount of potential points. Now, as well as that roughly 100 grand, and say 6 driver levels, 1.5 million skill points, it also earns you, if you do this race say 2 or 3 times, around 10 or so spins on the prize wheel. Now, what you win on that wheel is inconsistent. You never know what you're going to get, but chances are you're going to get money or a decent car. Either way, it's more than getting nothing, so that's another advantage again. And even with wheel spins that aren't that great, you can usually, with 10 of them to work with, easily add on another couple of 100 grand's worth of cars, if not straight up cash. So immediately you're looking at around probably 300 or 400 grand's worth of cash or cars, plus 6 levels and a huge amount of skill points in only around 10 or 12 minutes work. It's an easy race to win, even on higher difficulties, And as I said, I even use the Hummer to do this. It's just not a difficult race at all. It's fun. Because of the length of the race, it doesn't really get boring because it's varied. And overall, it just allows you to do everything you need to do in the game. Money, skill points, XP, driver level, everything. All at the same time. But that's not all, because in addition to this, I would then recommend focusing a lot of your points earned from skill on upgrading your bonus abilities. Stuff like the extra skill multiplier, where you can unlock extra cars as well, like the Mini, the Gallardo, etc. But I would focus on getting up there to the better ones, so that then you can do important things like adjusting points for the next 3 races to get bonus XP, because that gives you even more wheel spins. Then you can also focus on stuff like getting your next tune set up, for instance, totally free of charge. It costs 10 points, but you easily earn far more than 10 points over the course of, say, 2 or 3 Goliath races, which only takes around half an hour. So overall, it really does get you everything you need in the game. It may not be the best way of getting money, but it's more than that. It gets you so much more than just money. So I would definitely recommend using this method, and if you slog at it for a couple of hours, you'd be surprised how much stuff, not just cash, but points, cars, prizes of all kinds, that you'll earn. So if you'd like other Forza tips, tunes, tricks, etc., then be sure to hit subscribe down below, and also check out the playlist at the end of this video. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.